We're going to head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Yeah, from Youngstown. Little thought here. I'm a little older than you guys, and I used to watch a show on HBO back in the day, and it was about the football team and how the team provided women to these football players to keep them happy in order to stay on the team. Kind of sounds like what Houston did with the Texans, and mainly with Deshaun Watson, as far as we may know. Like Miles said it, we weren't there. We don't know. We don't know what happened because none of us were there. But anyway, long story short, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't know what happened. My advice to Rusty Hardin and Deshaun Watson, keep your mouth shut. But all of this is on Roger Goodell. Your thoughts?
And as always, we appreciate all of the voicemails. G. Bush, I'll say I'm older than I look, and we'll leave it we'll leave it at that. Yeah, I don't know about the whole providing girls to the players thing. I will agree with the caller, and I think Rusty Hardin has backed off after trying to get ahead of the last comment. Busby's played the PR game really well. Every news cycle he adds something to it. And that's why you're seeing all the national people coming down so hard on the Browns and that. And we don't know. That's the bottom line. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I'm not going to go as far as to saying, I think if you provide women to players, I would think that would be prostitution. I'm not going to take that a step further. At the end of the day, when you're a professional athlete, and we've seen it before, when you're a famous person, when you're anybody, an owner, and you got millions and millions and millions of dollars and people understand who you are and what you do, you always are going to have some level of target, right? And you don't know what it is that people want from you or what want out of you. And not saying that, people are just running around trying to, extort Deshaun Watson for money. I just think if he goes in later on down the line, when he has time to retire and his career is over and he sits back and looks at the situation, I think he's going to just say, you know what? I wish I would have made better decisions, right? I wish I would have made better decisions with, who, and I talk about this all the time. When you're having sexual relations with people, that's not just random. Like that, you give people power over you, right? That is something that you just don't take lightly, and when you do that, people have the ability to say you did this or was it consensual or wasn't consensual. If he has to all do it over, I guarantee that he looks at it and say, man, I wish I'd have just chilled out. I wish I would have not did that, or I wish I could have took it back and really rethought what I was thinking about. And I think even some of the women would say, hey, I wish I wouldn't have re-upped or reached out to him, or whatever the case was happening with the massages. It's all kind of things where people look back and make mistakes. I will say this, that in the end, everyone has to take responsibility for their part in the issue, right? For any part of it, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, was I at my best during that? Should I redid it over? And I think, this is a big enough mistake that he's made to a point where, he's going to, one mistake can ruin your life. I tell young kids all the time, I speak to kids all the time, it only take once. People think you automatically get a second chance at life. There's people that's in the penitentiary right now who did something one time when they was 12 or 13, and it's gone. It is what it is. You now got to live with those consequences. So, it's a cautionary tale to both sides of people, just to make sure you're doing the right things, put yourself in a position where you don't got to worry about that and just sleep well at night because hey, I'm sticking to myself. I don't really do much, and I'm just doing my thing, man.
Yep, I agree with you. There's a lot of things that we all do when we're younger that you hope don't come back to bite you, without question. All right.